Joining us now, Congressman Mark Green. He's a member of the House Subcommittee on the Coronavirus. It's great to have you back on, sir. How did this happen?
Thanks, Liz.
Who approved this at the White House or the CDC? This Vice magazine report that the CDC paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for the phone location data for millions of Americans to track whether they were complying with lockdowns. Who is signing off on this?
Who knows? We've got to get to the bottom of it, and whoever made that decision needs to be in jail. They essentially violated the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution by surveilling Americans without probable cause, without a warrant. I mean, it's the basics of our government. The Fourth Amendment, the Bill of Rights, they're just throwing it in the garbage. The CDC even used a company that Google had banned. I mean, Google banned them because they weren't managing people's data appropriately. The liberal, company Google bans them, and then the CDC hires them to surveil Americans. It's surreal.
They got extremely accurate data on age, gender, income. This was like George W. Bush's administration's bulk metadata collection at the NSA. Or the CIA under John Brennan admitted they were spying on Senate intelligence. I mean, we're talking about visits to neighbors, to churches, to stores, to pharmacies,
sure,
and more. So this just feels awful. And now we've got this disinformation board at Homeland Security, this Ministry of Truth, that basically we've got 20 GOP governors saying, no, we're going to stop this. Let's listen to Secretary Mayorkas of Homeland Security talking about it. Watch.
When the department picked Ms. Jankowicz, did it know that she had vouched for the veracity of the Steele dossier?
Senator, let me repeat myself and add an additional fact. One, we do not discuss internal hiring processes. Two, I was not aware of that fact.
When the department picked her, was the department aware of her TikTok videos?
Senator,
They're really quite precocious.
Senator, I was not aware of those videos.
Think of all the debates and disputes we've had over the last 50 years in our country. We work them out by debating them. We don't work them out by the government being the arbiter. I don't want you guardrails. I want you to have nothing to do with speech. You think the American people are so stupid they need you to tell them what the truth is? You can't even admit what the truth is with the Steele dossier.
We also have this report. House Republicans are going to call in Nina Jankowicz to testify. Congressman, why does it feel like when you listen to the DHS Secretary or even White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, why does it feel like you come away like you just had a fight or a struggle with a dozen seagulls? It's like really rough stuff.
Look, Comrade Mayorkas wants nothing more than to ensure that they control the messaging between now and November. Now, this is the guy who refuses to enforce the laws on our southern border, is absolutely defying a court order telling him to remain in Mexico, and just issued a ruling on asylum processing that violates the Constitution of the United States. And this guy is going to oversee the Ministry of Truth in America. It is absurd. And of course, governors are going to push back. I hope my governor pushes back. We need to push back. This is unacceptable in our country. It's ridiculous.
Now
it's Orwellian.
We've also have this video surfacing of Nina Jankowicz just dismissing and setting aside the Loudoun County, Virginia parents' concerns about politicizing children in schools. She's calling it disinformation for profit. When parents are worried about critical race theory, teaches that American institutions are racist, that skin color determines their social and economic and political differences. Watch this.
You're absolutely right. Critical race theory has become one of those hot button issues that the Republicans and other, disinformers who are engaged in disinformation for profit, frankly, there are plenty of, media outlets that are making money off of this too, have seized on. It's, weaponizing people's emotion.
Your reaction to that?
So she is basically saying that they get to determine what is right and wrong. And it is absolutely farcical. She's the person who said, one, critical race theory is, a for-profit false narrative, which we all know is false. And she actually said that the Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation. That was another of her false claims to truth. So there is no way she has any right to tell another American what they can say. You know, robust political debate is what defines our country. American is a government of the people, and if the people are going to hold the government accountable, we have to be able to say what we believe and what we think. And here, the Democrats, particularly the leadership in the Department of Homeland Security and Comrade Mayorkas, want to shut us down. We're not going to allow that to happen.
Congressman Green, thanks for coming on. It's good to see you.